Just 3 days, a handful of grains, and you've got your own probiotic soda. Way easier and faster than kombucha, but just as good. These here are water kefir grains. In fact, they are not grains at all. They are actually a symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast that was originally discovered on the prickly pear cactus in Mexico centuries ago and used by the locals to produce a probiotic-rich drink called the. Today, we're going to learn to rehydrate them and to make our own fizzy probiotic drink in just 3 days. I have just over 1 tablespoon of the dried granules, and I'm going to rehydrate them in a little bit of water here and set them aside for 10 to 15 minutes. I have altogether 4 cups of water in here. You can use either non-chlorinated tap water or spring water for this. Next, you take about 3 tablespoons of white sugar and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar of any kind. I have some palm sugar here. I'm going to bring everything together and dissolve the sugar in it completely. Remember, the sugar is not for you, but for the microbes. The white sugar feeds them, and the brown sugar adds nutrients to keep them healthy and active during the fermentation process. These little guys are starting to plump up already. We're gonna pour that dissolved sugar water in here now. Give it all a good mix. Cover it up with a clean cloth. Put a tight rubber band around it and set this aside at room temperature for anywhere between 24 to 48 hours for this to ferment. Okay, it has been 48 hours. I'm gonna give my kefir a stir and a taste. It's very slightly sweet with a slight tanginess as well. This is ready to be bottled up for second fermentation. And remember, in very warm weather, this can take only about 24 hours. We're going to start by straining the liquid. The grains are really nicely rehydrated and look way more plump. They taste like nothing. I'm going to pop this back in more water and sugar for our next cycle. It'll take 2 to 3 fermentation cycles before we can get the sweet, tangy flavor reminiscent of water kefir. Meanwhile, let's get ready for second fermentation. I've taken 1 part mix of orange and pineapple juice here, no sugar. I'm going to add 3 parts of our water kefir. Always make sure to leave enough room for carbonation as this fizzes up during second fermentation and later. This goes away at room temperature again for about a day, and we'll check on it tomorrow. And this is just after 24 hours at room temperature, which is why you always leave enough room on top and use fermentation grade bottles.